Hello, and you're tuning into a very special edition of In the Wave, the show where we get to know the new influencer among young people and have a better look at the impact that they are creating. It's been quite a long time since we last had a twin on screen together. Please welcome the Jordan's brother, Fred and Hugo. Congratulations on being on the show tonight. Be honest, is this the single greatest honor you have ever received?
Yeah, it surely is.
I'm just kidding. But seriously speaking though, you two have been very successful with your clothing brand right now. It's the number one top selling brand in Vietnam. Can you share with us more information about how many fashion, accessory and clothing items that has been sold?
In total, well, about 150,000 in just the first 3 months of 2018 only.
Wow, that is a really impressive number for a new brand. Now, usually people would build their name in foreign countries, and if it succeeds, then they will bring it to Vietnam and apply their business model there. But what did you decide to do it right here?
It's such a right decision to start everything here in Hanoi. I love the youngsters here and the style of dressing as well.
Is it different from your expectations?
Regarding our expectation, no, not much. Everything just went according to plan, basically.
Well, I'm glad to hear that. Now, about the name, Ikigai. How do you pronounce that? Is it Korean or is it Japanese? Can you tell me the story and your inspiration behind it?
Actually, it is pronounced Ikigai. It's a Japanese word that I came across back when I was studying in Japan. Basically, it means the purpose of life. And probably I came up with this name in the most desperate time of my 20s.
So you had a lot of struggle then?
Well, before coming back to Vietnam and starting this business, I majored in architecture in Waseda University. But that was not really my true passion. It was not until I was a junior that I realized that fashion is a thing that I'm really into. And then I quit school and...
It must be a tough decision, isn't it?
Yeah, it surely is. And after that, I devoted all my time to fashion design. And I know that this is the thing that I really want to do for the rest of my life, and that I've found my Ikigai.
Wow, I never knew the meaning would be so beautiful and inspiring. And I'm sure that the audience would agree with me too. Now, something that I've always wondered is that, are you a self-taught designer or did you take any courses?
Well, the basics that I learned in the past helped me a lot along the way. And drawing is already in my blood. And I've always been fascinated by fashion shows. So I ended up not having to study much to get into the industry.
Thank you for your answer. And now I have a question for you, Hugo. When did you and Fred started to partner up?
Well, when Fred dropped out, it was a rough time for him. My entire family was really upset about him, and I felt like the whole world was on his case. And back then I was doing a PR business in the US. But when I heard the news, immediately I flew back to him and discussed the matter.
Okay, then what happened next?
At first, I insisted him on going back to school to finish what he started. But then he tried to persuade me to do this crazy venture. And what can I say? He knew me even better than I know myself. And I've always wanted to start my own business, and he just hit the nail on the head. And I was convinced entirely. And at that moment, I knew that I would lend him a hand.
Wow, what a brother you are, Hugo. And Fred, I got a question for you. How does it feel to work with your own brother?
Well, that's a good question. Usually people say that twins get along very well together, but that's not the case when it comes to business. you know. When we first started the brand, we have different strategies to develop it. And Hugo was always relying on statistics, graphs, and numbers. But I'm an instinct guy. I trust my feelings. And at first we didn't get along well, but after that we gradually speak the same language and things just got better.
Now, Hugo, based on what I've heard, Fred is more like a rebellious brother comparing to you. So, working with him and operating the company is not an easy task, isn't it?
We've been through ups and downs, and though our personalities are different, deep down inside we're twin brothers. We're basically the same guy, so it's actually not as challenging as people may think.
Well, thank you for being here tonight and sharing your stories. We do hope to see Ikigai on the fashion industry map in the near future.
Well, thank you so much.
And that wraps up this edition of In the Wave with Fred and Hugo Jourdan. We hope you enjoyed this episode and learn more about their passions. Also, encourage your own passions. Thank you for watching and goodbye for now.